Hi! Hi everyone, welcome to Binky Beauty. I'm Binky. I've got Layla, you might have just seen her. I've got Mamacita, and you might be able to hear our bird Lola. So we've got a zoo here, but welcome to today's video. I am thrilled to be back making videos. I took a little break over the new year. I traveled for like Christmas and the new year, and so it's like sloping into January. It's taken me a couple of weeks to be like, okay, it's a new year. What am I doing? What day is it? What month is it? What's going on? So finally back. I've got some videos planned for you, but today I thought I would do an empties video. I have been collecting empty bottles. I'm ready to throw them away, so I'm like, do the video. So let's just get right into it. Before we get going, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, please like this video or do both. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into it. So I'll try and go in order of like product, but I've got it like all like mixed up here. So we'll just start with a cleanser. So I finished the Hardie Moringa Light Cleansing Gel. This was a really lovely product. It smelled really good. It is the lighter cousin to the Hardie Cleansing Balm, or you could even make it like a double cleanse. You could use the cleansing balm and then use the gel. I really enjoyed this, but I probably won't repurchase it anytime soon just because I love trying cleansers. I love just I don't know what it is about cleansers. It's such an important step in your skincare routine, and I just love trying them. So I don't think I'll be repurchasing this anytime soon. Not because it was a bad product or anything like that. I just try a lot of cleansers, but it's a lovely gel consistency and it feels really good on the skin. It has a lovely smell. That is something that could maybe not agree with with a lot of people. It does have a fragrance, and that can be a little irritating for some people, but it is a cleanser, so you rinse it off. It doesn't stay on your skin, but this is a really lovely cleanser. If you're in the market for a new cleanser, definitely look for this one. I think you'll really like it. Okay, next, I finished off the Indie Lee CoQ10 toner. So I have bought a couple bottles of this throughout the years, and I really love it. It feels like vitamins for your skin, and I really love that. Again, I probably won't be repurchasing this anytime soon just because I am trying other toners, and you know, it's not because like any of these are bad products, but honestly with most of these, they're probably not things, most of them are not things that I'll like repurchase right away, but they'll always be on my radar. And sometimes with empties videos, I think like a lot of the point of those videos can be like to provide inspiration for you. So like maybe you're in the market for a new cleanser, or you're in the market for a new toner, and these videos can just provide inspiration. So even though these aren't all things that I would repurchase immediately, it doesn't mean they're bad products. Most of these are products that I really like, and I will tell you if I feel otherwise. Anyway, so the CoQ10 toner, it's lovely. There are no actives in it. It just really is like a multivitamin for your skin. CoQ10 is so lovely for your skin. I believe it's an antioxidant, so it's really good if you've got more mature skin, or if you're incorporating things like acids or retin-A. If you're like using a glycolic cream, using a toner like this really isn't going to mess with any of those actives, and it's just going to provide a lot of hydration. The one thing that I don't like about this product is that it's a spray, and it's not like a fine mist. It's like drops of product. So they used to do this in a pump, which I personally preferred because you could pump it onto a cotton pad, pump it onto your hand and pat it in, but they either need to improve the spray or just go back to the pump because the spray isn't really that great, but otherwise it's a gorgeous, gorgeous product. I love this. Okay, the IS Clinical Copper Firming Mist. Loved this. I love copper in skincare. This had a really nice spray. You can, sorry, I scared my cat. So this is Copper Firming Mist. It's kind of nice in terms of a face mist, because most face mists that we see are like floral water. They're just not really that active, and this was a more active face mist in the sense that it has copper in it, which is a peptide or a form of peptide, really great for anti-aging. And I enjoyed this. I didn't see like crazy results with it, but I enjoyed it. Probably won't repurchase this really anytime soon. There's a better chance that I'd buy Indie Lee before that, but I enjoyed using this. IS Clinical is a great brand. They make like really great effective formulas, a lot of science behind their formulas. But if I were gonna spend money on this brand again, I would go for like a serum, a mask. Their cleansers also look really good, but I enjoyed this. I used it up. Okay, serums. The Ordinary Buffet plus Copper Peptides. So this was a nice jelly serum. Again, can play really nicely with other actives like retin-A and glycolic acid. It's not really going to get in the way. Niod also makes a copper peptide serum, and it's much more watery. This is gel, like it's a gel serum, and it's got, I think it's got hyaluronic acid in it. But I mean, this is nice because you're getting so many peptides in this bottle. You're getting the copper peptides that are really good for like anti-aging, firming the skin. So it's a nice product. It's very reasonable. I'm using some other serums right now that are like, they're also like anti-aging actives. I'll share them with you at some point, but you know, this was a nice product if you're just looking for like a hydrating serum with peptides that's not really going to get in the way of any vitamin A's or glycolic acids that you're using. I really enjoyed this, and it was nice and hydrating, which is always nice. Okay, I also finished the Vita C glycolic brightening serum from Murad. I really was intrigued by this formula because it's vitamin C and glycolic acid, which if you were to put those two ingredients into two separate products and then try and use them together, it might be a lot for your skin. This was actually quite hydrating. I could feel that sting from the glycolic maybe the first 4 times I used this, but I really enjoyed this serum. I would use it every morning, and that in and of itself could make this product a little confusing because normally you want to avoid using like glycolic acids in the morning because they can make your skin more sensitive to the sun, yet you want that vitamin C protection as an antioxidant from the sun. So I use this in the morning with no problem, you know, wear sunscreen over it, but it's a really lovely product. I would definitely repurchase this at some point. It's $80 for, I think this is 1 ounce. Yeah, $80 for 1 ounce, which for me feels a little steep, but it is a beautiful serum. And if I'm ever finding myself at a point where I'm like, okay, which serum do I want to try next? I would definitely probably go back to this. I definitely recommend you try this if you like glycolic acid. If this seems like an interesting product to you, I was quite impressed with it. I really felt like my skin did look brighter. It did feel more even. I did enjoy this product. The only drawback for me again is the price. For some reason, $80 just feels kind of expensive for it. I don't know why. There's just some products that like, okay, I'll spend over 80, I'll spend over 100 on them, and then other products that I'm like, ooh, 80, that seems kind of steep. And for some reason, this is one of them, but I think it's a really great product. So that was a good one. Okay, I also finished a bottle of my Curology custom formula. Definitely repurchase this because it's a subscription. So I got my new bottle. The only difference is that in my new bottle, I had them put in tretinoin, a very, very low dose of tretinoin, because even the lowest prescription dose was a bit much for my skin. So the dermatologist that I worked with through Curology gave me a much lower percentage of tretinoin. This formula did not have any tretinoin. It had clindamycin, azelaic acid, and zinc. What I realized from this formula is that I really like zinc in skincare. It is great for soothing inflammation. It's great for redness, and honestly, this formula was great for my skin. I can tend to have red skin, and I think maybe sometimes I go a little hard with the acids or the actives, and like my skin will be red in comparison to my neck. But this really seemed to take care of that. As a matter of fact, I would use this at night, and then I would use this Murad serum in the morning under my moisturizer, and it was a really nice routine. I really enjoyed the way my skin was looking. It felt good. The other thing that I noticed about Curology is it like cleared up my pores. I was feeling a lot of grit like in here in these folds on the nose, and the Curology helped like get rid of that, and I think probably the Murad serum contributed. So I really like Curology. I continue to be subscribed, and it's really great that you can work with a dermatologist, and it is much more affordable than like going to the office and, you know, having to like get in your car and drive there. And then with all the COVID stuff, I think Curology is a really great option. I know that there's a lot of like personalized skincare companies that are up and coming. I think that's going to be really big this year. Curology was like, I think one of the first, and they do a really great job. So if you've been wanting to step into the world of tretinoin or custom skincare, I would definitely check out Curology. I have really enjoyed it. I did not have high hopes, but I've really enjoyed just having a formula that addresses my skincare concerns. So Curology was great. Got another one. Okay, another empty was this La Roche Posay Anthelios Daily Antioxidant Serum with sunscreen. So I love this sunscreen. It's very light. It's milky. It can leave a bit of a shiny finish, but something that I love about this is that it's also got vitamin C and vitamin E, which are both amazing for your skin. I pulled it out to see if I had really finished it, and I did. I buy this off and on periodically. There are other sunscreens that I like using, but this is definitely a favorite that I recommend to anybody who will listen, who's like, ooh, I'm looking for a sunscreen. It's really great. I think all of La Roche Posay sunscreens are just really good, and I don't hear about this one that often, so this one is really good if you're looking for like a lighter sunscreen. This might be nice now for the winter when your skin does lack some of that like juicy, summery like glow, you know? So this is a really nice one. Love that. Okay, and then I've got Masque Vivant. So this is actually a new bottle. I threw the empty one away, but I finished it, bought a new one. Love Masque Vivant. Did repurchase this. I love using this. Like, it is a great skincare mask. One of the best in my opinion. I think it's a really great value, and I know that that's personal. It can be personal, but in my opinion, efficacy, it's under $100. It works really well. I just really love this. I always like to have a bottle of this, and I use it sometimes I use it like every day, and it's totally fine to use every day, and sometimes it's just there waiting for when I need it. But I really love Masque Vivant. It really shines in the line of Biologique. Great for breakouts, great for anti-aging, just really good. If you have not tried it, I would definitely recommend getting a bottle. It smells weird, it looks weird, but it's really good. And this is probably the product from Biologique that I use most often. I have their P50, I have some of their serums, but Masque Vivant I use like weekly, because even P50 sometimes can just be like a lot to use all the time, but so good. I love Masque Vivant, so I always have one of those. I also finished one of their creams, the Creme Placenta, and I wasn't crazy about this cream. I really like face creams that feel hydrating but not heavy, and this just like wasn't great in my opinion. Something that I've noticed about Biologique is that their products really shine when used together, especially things like their face cream. Masque Vivant I think is definitely an exception, but when it comes to their creams, I feel like I see the best results when I'm using like the serums and like maybe like a finishing serum and the P50 every now and then. The creams on their own, I'm like they're not my favorite, honestly, and so I probably won't repurchase this. There is the Creme Placenta. I'm not sure what the difference is, and just because of the experience I've had with this cream, and I have the fruit acid cream that it also is just like so, I haven't finished it, I'm hesitant to try another cream. So probably won't be repurchasing this. I wasn't crazy about it, but I will say that their serums, I really like their serums, and maybe in a few videos I will talk about their serums. I bought a couple of new products from Biologique, and I will share those with you. So give this video a thumbs up if you want to see that video, like a haul video, because I have picked up quite a few new skincare items. So probably won't be repurchasing this. Okay, next I finished the Mahalo antioxidant mask. Oh, the bean mask, that's what it's called. I finished the bean mask. I really enjoyed this mask. It's a honey base, and then it's got caffeine, it's got cacao, it's got sandalwood. Did I say it has coffee? It has coffee. It has hibiscus, it has turmeric, and this was just a really lovely mask. My skin looked vibrant and alive after I'd used this. I loved using it in a hot bath when my face was a little bit moist. It would really go on nicely. Otherwise, applying this on dry skin, you're really yanking at the skin trying to get this to spread. So it's really something that you want to warm up in your hands, maybe spritz on some hydrosol and then apply it, and it's just so lovely to sit in like a nice hot bath and just let this sit on your skin for a few minutes. It's a lovely, beautiful mask. I love the intention behind this line. I'm also using still the Rare Indigo balm. I love it. I gave my sister one of the balms and she loves it too. So really great brand, really great integrity. It's just good. So if you are looking for like a gentle purifying mask, this is a great option because it is purifying. It does have, I think it has some clay. No, it has charcoal in it. So it is gonna like pull things out of your skin, but it does it really, really gently. Your skin will just look very vibrant after using this. I really enjoyed the bean mask from Mahalo, and at some point I would love to repurchase it, but because I'm a skincare junkie, I've got my eye on some other like more, I guess you could say, natural skincare or skin masks, I'm sorry. So, but this was a really lovely mask. I really enjoyed it. Okay, I also finished a couple of body oils and already repurchased one of them. I finished the Olea Hydrating Body and Beauty Oil. So this one has a lot of sea buckthorn in it, and I love that these come in glass. I don't really like to buy oil that comes in plastic. And then I also finished the Cellulite Body Oil, and I have another bottle of this ready to go. So I don't have cellulite, but I really do a lot to prevent it, like a lot of body brushing, a lot of just skin stimulation, and I love massaging this into my skin when it's kind of wet. The oil goes further when your skin is slightly damp, and you just really, really massage it. So Olea makes great body oils at a really great price. They come in glass, which is a win, because some of you might know that when oil is sitting in plastic, it starts to absorb the chemicals that plastic is made out of, and then you put that on your skin, and I know that technically all skincare is made up of chemicals and all that, but I don't really want like plastic chemicals being applied to my skin. So these are great oils. They come in glass, great price point. So if you love body oils, these are really good. And they've got lots of other like fragrances and stuff like that. And last but not least, this isn't technically like a skincare item, but it's something called a flower essence that you take internally. And flower essences are used to address like emotional, I guess, issues, if you want to call them, negative, positive. They can really help support you through difficult seasons. If you're feeling like you've been really stressed, if there's some trauma that you're working through. And I finished a bottle of trauma repair from the company called Floracopia. I love Floracopia. I love their body products. I love their essential oils, and they make gorgeous flower essences. And the way these work is you take 1 to 4 drops as often as desired, typically 2 to 4 times a day. And that's about how much I took this. In 2020, it was a wild year for so many people, but I found that it was really a year that I was addressing some deep-seated trauma, sadness, things that I had been suppressing that really just were ready to come out. They were asking to come out. So I used trauma repair to support me through that release, through energy work sessions that I was having done. And it really just takes like the kink and the kinks and the intensity out of what you might be going through. It's just a way to support your emotions. And flower essences can just be really helpful in that way. So if you're interested, you can go to floracopia.com, and they kind of have like an index of symptoms, I guess you could say. Like if you're feeling stressed, they might recommend this, or if you're feeling really sad, they might recommend this. And it's not that these flower essences are going to put a band-aid on those issues, or they're just gonna like push them to the side. They're just gonna support the process that you need to go through. So they don't suppress, they just kind of help you to move through them with like grace and ease, and help you in the way that you need to be supported. So liked this one. I also really love the rose flower essence, one of my favorites. I have purchased and finished several bottles of that one, so really love those. They're gorgeous. And like I said, it's not technically a skincare product, but we glow differently. Our eyes are brighter when we're not holding on to pain, resentment, anger, bitterness, trauma. We just shine differently, and that can really be more effective than any skincare product we put on. So those are all the products that I finished. This has been like a few months of collecting these. Let me know if you have tried any of these products. Let me know if you're gonna try any of them now that you see that someone else has finished them and liked most of them. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your year is off to a great start, and I will see you soon.